Hey guys, what's going on? This is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be talking about a knife that I just got in that I've actually reviewed before. I did an overview of it, but it was part of a pass around group, and this one's actually mine. So it's in from Vosteed. We'll check that out in just a second. I finally got the color that I wanted, and I'm excited about it. It is a budget knife, which is usually, or lately, not my style. Usually not my style. I definitely have been gravitating more towards stuff like this. This is the Rec Sparrow Mid-Tech. And we got the Monterey Bay Knives Sea Otter. Check that out. So it's rare for me to buy a budget knife for my own collection. But I did, and I'm excited about it. So we'll get into that in just a second. If you're curious about my designs, you can check them out at knifestandards.com. The RR Station Express Supreme, I posted it and boom, it sold. So that was the last Supreme. And I do still have RR Station Expresses in stock. They're in fat carbon fiber, still Vanex super clean, but the zircotized scales, the last RR Station Supreme, RR Station Express Supreme had a zirconium milled clip. So that was the last fancy one out the door. Anyway, let's get this out of the way. If you're curious about what I've been carrying lately, check that out. Little knife slip from Ashland Leather. This is Horween Shell Cordovan, which smells unbelievable. This is the highest quality leather you can get. And what have I been carrying in there? A little slip joint from Monterey Bay Knives. Check that out. And also been carrying this flashlight. I think this is Dapper Design, the Ion something. Dapper Design, very cool. There's a magnet here, so you can kind of stick it on stuff, and the controls are really super intuitive. I'm not a huge flashlight guy yet, but this is awesome, and it's pocket friendly, you know? All right, let's get into it. Vosteed, I've talked long enough. I'm sure you guys can guess what this is. I'm not a huge button lock fan. The crossbar lock doesn't do it for me. Oh, that's nice. That's new. I like this better than the little Velcro thing. There we go. Vosteed Marten. Nice. So the aluminum, pretty sure it's aluminum scales. The aluminum is definitely more of a blue, which I'm not mad about it. It's kind of like a muted, like almost like a gray, kind of like a bluish gunmetal kind of color. I was expecting more of a silver, kind of like the pivot color, but looks good. I always forget how small this knife is. The clip is okay, but it is a top liner lock, so I'm excited about that. Let's check it out. Nice. D10 is snappy. Cool. I really hate that. I forgot how much I hated the clip. And not so much of this part. Yeah, the screws aren't recessed into the scale, but this, like this third of the clip, this is just sharp, because everything else is so comfortable. Even the button for the liner, comfortable. I like this kind of diagonal milling pattern. Action. Nice. So if you're wondering about a top liner lock, it's not a normal button lock. You can see that is actually the liner. So normally the liner would be down here, and you can just move it over with your finger. Instead, it is on a button or connected to a button. Kind of like the Brown Knives FSD, similar concept, compression lock on the Spydercos. Cool. Thumb studs are kind of chunky, which I like. I'm gonna say there's a little bit of lock stick, but I don't know if it's really lock stick, or I mean, not lock stick, button stick, but I don't know if you consider it button stick or lock stick, because where the liner kind of presses up, it's just a little crunchy. But I figure that will kind of break in as I use the knife and deploy it. But yeah, pretty fidgety. I like the size, I like the weight. Snappy, with a drop point blade shape, machine satin. So there's definitely a budget offering, as I said before. 154 cm blade steel. Super comfortable, except for my hand, this kind of ramp is just killing my hand. So I don't know, I guess I'll get over that, but pretty nice, very cool design. What do you guys think of this? Vosteed Marten. It's just an unboxing. I'm going to do, I know I already did an overview, but usually those are quick and I don't really have a chance to check out the knives long term. They're only in for a day or 2 days, a few days. But this one's mine, so I get to keep it as long as I want. So we'll definitely do a longer term review of this guy. But yeah, pretty cool. I like it. Maybe I'll do a disassembly too, because that'll be fun to kind of check out the top liner lock and see what's going on the inside of this knife. There is some nice internal milling right there. Very cool. All right, there we go. Vosteed Marten, let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you guys later.